please hit that subscribe button. Hey everybody, better suited to win the Stanley Cup this season. If you are new to the channel, Washington Capitals, the Boston Bruins.
Locked on and he scored! And we're live. Hey everybody, so we've got an interesting video here that's a little bit different for you here today. I'm going to be going back and picking the biggest draft steals from every draft from 2000 through 2009. So basically, what I'm going to do is pick what I think, in my opinion, is the biggest steal from each draft starting in 2000 and going all the way up through 2009, so a 10-year stretch. So hopefully you guys find this interesting and find this fun. There were some there's some very good ones, to say the least, as far as guys who slipped very deep into drafts or were really not on the radar at all as becoming great NHL players and went on to actually have stellar NHL careers. So this should be a lot of fun, guys. I hope you enjoy it. Please subscribe if you are new and hit that like button if you haven't already. Those two things really help out a lot and are much appreciated. But let's get started here. Biggest draft steals from each draft, 2000 through 2009. Starting in the year 2000, where we have goaltender Henrik Lundqvist. Lundqvist was drafted in the 7th round, 205th overall by the New York Rangers. And he's only gone on to become one of the greatest goaltenders of all time in NHL history, starting 871 career games, putting a record of 459, 310, and 96 on the table, with a 2.43 goals against average and a .918 career save percentage. Absolutely stellar numbers there from King Henrik. The Rangers were very, very good for much of his time there with New York. Obviously, the last couple years have been a little bit different as he's gotten older. But he came so close to winning the Stanley Cup in 2014 with New York. Just couldn't get it done. They lost to the Kings. And it looks like he's probably going to finish as one of the greatest players in NHL history to never win a Stanley Cup unless something drastically changes over the next year or two. But for a 7th round pick, 205th overall, it's absolutely incredible that he's gone on to become one of the greatest goaltenders in league history. Moving on now to 2001, we have forward Patrick Sharp, who originally went in the 3rd round, 95th overall to the Philadelphia Flyers. And he went on to have an absolutely incredible NHL career, winning 3 Stanley Cups with the Chicago Blackhawks, becoming a multiple-time 30-goal scorer, a consistent 20-goal scorer, put up some absolutely stellar numbers with Chicago, played 939 career NHL games, scoring 287 goals, 333 career assists for 620 career points and a +39 rating. Again, huge part of those Chicago Cup-winning teams. Absolutely spent the best years of his career with the Blackhawks and the most years of his career with the Blackhawks. Drafted 95th overall in the 3rd round, should have been a top 10 pick. Should have probably been a top 5 pick in 2001. But Patrick Sharp was absolutely a massive, massive steal that year in the 3rd round. 2002, this is an interesting one. We have defenseman Dennis Wideman, who went in the 8th round, which doesn't even exist anymore, 241st overall to the Buffalo Sabres. He went on to play 815 games in the NHL, scoring 99 goals, 288 assists for 387 career points and a -72 rating. He played for a lot of different teams. St. Louis, Boston, Washington, Florida, Calgary, probably some others in there as well that I'm not thinking of off the top of my head. But Wideman had a very long, very good NHL career, kind of as never an elite number 1 defenseman, but as a good top 4 guy for a long time in the league. And, almost 400 career points, over 800 career games played for an 8th round draft pick. Literally doesn't even exist anymore. They only do 7. It's remarkable that he even made the NHL, never mind playing so long and having as good of a career as he did as an NHL defenseman. So Wideman's the biggest steal from 2002. 2003, obviously this is probably the most famous NHL draft that everyone talks about, as just incredibly deep first round, incredibly high number of great players that came out of this 2003 draft. One of the best players to come out of it was actually drafted in the 7th round, much like Henrik Lundqvist, 205th overall. This time for the San Jose Sharks, it is center Joe Pavelski. And Pavelski, who is still in the league, playing for the Dallas Stars now, has played 1,030 career games in the NHL, scoring 369 career goals, 423 career assists for 792 career points, and a plus 114 rating. He had a remarkable career with the San Jose Sharks, signed in free agency with Dallas last offseason. This was his first year with Dallas. He's getting older now, and the offense is starting to decline, but Pavelski has put an absolutely incredible career together for someone who was drafted as late as the 7th round, and he is one of the best players to come out of the 2003 draft, as good and as deep as it was. And he wasn't taken in the first round. He wasn't even taken in the first 3 rounds. He was a 7th round draft pick. Massive steal in 2003 with Joe Pavelski. 2004, the biggest steal was goaltender Pekka Rinne, who was drafted 8th round, 258th overall by the Nashville Predators. Again, the 8th round doesn't even exist anymore. He was not on anybody's radar as a goaltender coming out of Europe, and he's only gone on to become one of the greatest goaltenders of the 2010s, the greatest player in Nashville Predators history, and has put together a remarkable career as an elite goaltender, starting 646 career games, going 359, 201, and 74, with a 2.42 goals against average and a 917 career save percentage. Pekka Rinne's goals against and save percentage numbers are very similar, almost exact, to Henrik Lundqvist's. That is how good Pekka Rinne has been in his NHL career. Henrik Lundqvist, deservingly so, gets all the talk about being one of the greatest goaltenders and probably the greatest goaltender of this generation, and, King Henrik nickname, and just how good he is. Pekka Rinne has been just as good for the Nashville Predators, and he deserves a lot of recognition as well. He certainly is the biggest steal coming out of that 2004 draft. 2005, the biggest steal out of that draft, which is first post-lockout draft, is right wing Patrick Hornqvist, who went in the 7th round, 230th overall, selected once again by the Nashville Predators. And he went on to have a fantastic career with Nashville, and now has since gone to the Pittsburgh Penguins and currently plays for the Pittsburgh Penguins. He's played 770 games, scoring 238 goals, 242 assists for 480 career points, and a plus 86 rating. He's won Stanley Cups with Pittsburgh, and has just been an absolutely outstanding player for them. A great second/third line level goal scorer. Goes to the net, gets under the opponent's skin, brings so much to the table. Huge steal there in the 7th round. 2006, the biggest steal in my opinion is left wing Brad Marchand, who went in the 3rd round, 71st overall to the Boston Bruins. And let me tell you, it's rare to see 3rd round picks turn into the player that Brad Marchand has become, playing 751 games in the NHL, scoring 290 career goals, 356 career assists, 646 career points, and a plus 222 career rating. Now, obviously, that's helped out greatly by playing with Patrice Bergeron, but he has become an outstanding superstar player for the Boston Bruins, a 100-point level scorer in a season, and obviously almost 700 career points in less than 800 career games played. 290 goals, 356 assists, just absolutely outstanding production from Brad Marchand. He's become one of the best offensive players in the league, and on a line with Pastrnak and Bergeron in Boston, he's been outstanding. So definitely a huge steal there. Someone who should have been drafted in the top 5 of that draft slipped all the way to the 3rd round, and that is huge. 2007, we have left wing Jamie Benn, who was drafted in the 5th round, 129th overall by the Dallas Stars. He's now played his entire career with the Dallas Stars, has gone on to become the captain of the Dallas Stars, and has been an outstanding player for Dallas over the years, playing 814 career games played, scoring 300 goals, 388 career assists for 688 career points and a plus 47 rating. Just an incredible career for Jamie Benn. There's no doubt his offensive production has slipped and he's starting to decline as he gets over that 30 mark in age. But incredibly talented power forward, incredibly good player for many, many years with Dallas. And huge steal getting him in the 5th round. He should have absolutely been a top 5 draft pick, and he went all the way to the 5th round. It's incredible how things turn out sometimes. 2008, the biggest steal from the 2008 draft, in my opinion, is right wing Cam Atkinson, who went in the 6th round, 157th overall to the Columbus Blue Jackets. He's gone on to play 571 games in the NHL, scoring 198 goals, 170 assists for 368 career points and a plus 33 rating. He had a massive breakout 40-goal season with Columbus last year. He unfortunately had injury issues this year, which kept his point totals significantly lower and his goal totals significantly lower. But Atkinson has proven to be a very good and valuable goal scorer for Columbus over the years. He's still with the Blue Jackets, which again shows how good and valuable he is because they've kept him all this time. And Cam Atkinson is a huge steal coming out of the 6th round. And finally, 2009, the biggest steal was forward Anders Lee, who went in the 6th round, 152nd overall to the New York Islanders, and he has gone on to play 493 games in the league, scoring 172 goals, 129 assists for 301 points and a plus 19 rating. He is still a massive part of the New York Islanders team to this day. He's a huge piece of that top 6. He can play center, he can play wing. Very, very good player, very good leader in the locker room. He wears a letter on his jersey for a reason. And just an incredible career so far for Anders Lee that is far, far from over as well. As you know, he's only, I believe, 29 years old, so he's got plenty of time ahead of him and a very bright future ahead of him in the NHL as well. So those are the biggest steals from each draft, 2000 through 2009, in my opinion, guys. Thought that this would be something of fun to go back and look at. We've talked about top draft picks quite a bit. I wanted to take a look here at guys who fell in the draft and were, picked deeper into the draft, but have actually gone on to become stars at the NHL level and have had fantastic careers. And every draft, there's steals. Every draft with guys who are picked very late, but actually end up looking like they should have been picked in the 1st round or possibly even the top 10 or top 5. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, follow on social media. All those links are down in the description below. If you'd like to further support the channel, links to our Patreon and merchandise store are down in the description as well. Keep spreading the word about this channel. Let's keep this thing growing. Thank you very, very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys soon.